Dan Illman, Matt Bernier, the DRF Bets race of the day for Friday, December the 29th. Race number 5 at the Great Race Place. It's the Eddie Logan Stakes, and when you sign up to DRF Bets, you will be eligible for a $200 free bet. No deposit required at drf.com/join. Use the promo code FREEBET09. Let's take a look at this field of 2-year-olds, again, going 1 mile on the turf in the Eddie Logan. Head on over to the Race of the Day event page on drf.com. Download free Formulator past performances and handicap along with Matt and myself. And we'll begin with the number 1, Magic Musketeer, one of 2 in here for Jerry Hollendorfer, and will be the longer price.
I suppose if you want to say there was a little bit of early trouble, but I don't think this horse did a heck of a lot of running. I suppose now maybe second start off the bench, you're going to get a forward move. I look at that Cecil B. DeMille, and I don't know about you, Dan. I say there's one horse, and maybe I'll give the benefit to one other horse who we'll touch on, but I think there's only one horse coming out of that race.
An Ohio-bred lone lifetime win came at Arlington Park in a maiden at 36-1. Perhaps improves a little bit second time Jerry Hollendorfer. The 2 is Ayakara, and this is an interesting horse because he's making his turf debut, and you would think being bred in Britain, he'll handle this stuff.
Especially Violence. It seems like Violence early on, he's been okay on dirt, he's been very good on synth, and he's been very good on turf as a stallion. This horse, Ayakara, I've liked him for a long time. I think there's something here. Maybe this isn't the right spot. Maybe it's a little bit too tough. You'll note that DeSormo is off. He's going to ride another runner in here who we'll touch on. You get Nakatani, though, so I don't think you lose a heck of a lot. I kind of look at this horse and say distance is his friend. Maybe he's going to want even more distance than what you get here. I didn't think that Golden Gate race was that bad. He tried at the end of it. Didn't have to love the synthetic surface. Now maybe you try the turf again. Whether he's this good or not, we'll find out. But I ultimately think this may be his surface, and maybe additional distance will be beneficial.
The other Hollendorfer is the number 3. That's Choo Choo, a maiden winner at Del Mar at this distance 2 starts back when showing good tactical speed. Couldn't get that forward position last time out. Banged around a little bit in the early stages. This horse is slowly taking forward moves and might be somewhat of a value play. He was rolling at the end of the Cecil B. DeMille.
Yeah, this would be sort of the other horse for me coming out of the DeMille. I thought he ran really well at the end. He galloped out very strong. Another horse, I wonder ultimately, you see this pedigree, is a mile going to be ideal, or is he ultimately going to want 1 mile and an eighth, 1 mile and a quarter? The way that he finished distance is only going to be his friend. I think with a little bit of a cleaner trip in here, and maybe if he's not coming from dead last, maybe he can get involved at a decent number.
Friends, check out our colleague Brad Free's race advance on drf.com. He discusses the prospects of the 4 in Scum with some really good information. He noted that the horse lost a shoe in the Cecil B. DeMille. He came out of the race and didn't scope very well. On this horse's best, he has some ability. 2 back again. Good tactical speed. I think he'll be closer to the pace this time around.
I think he's going to have to be, just simply because you know the way that they ran in Cecil B. DeMille, the horse is going to have to be in this race here on Friday. Publilius Cyrus got the jump on him, and if you go only 3 starts back, they were only separated by a nose at the wire. If this horse Inscombe can get into the run a little bit earlier and not give up that sort of, let's say, the jump start to Publilius Cyrus, then I think he's got a puncher's chance.
East Rand, second time for trainer Jeff Mullins. Passed a couple of tired ones in the end of the Grade 3 Cecil B. DeMille, but no match for the top 2 finishers at 80-1. Another horse that might be slowly moving the right way. Something tells me, though, he's going to need a little bit more pace.
Yeah, he's going to need something else to run at. It's going to be interesting to see. Note that maiden score in second lifetime start, he was pretty close to the pace, all things considered. I would almost love to see them be a little bit more aggressive, have Drayden Van Dyke send him. But at the same time, if you're going to ride him the way that you did in the DeMille, you're going to need some pace to run at.
Calbred Hard Boot earned a maiden win, stretching out for the first time, competing with Lasix and blinkers for the first time. Buyer speed figure, however, only a 59. This is a big jump in class from Calbred maidens into the Open Logan.
And not just Calbred maidens. You go and look at the field as a whole. I didn't think there was a heck of a lot in there. He's going to be facing a world of a different animal.
The question of this race basically is, what do you think of the Cecil B. DeMille? If you thought the DeMille was a good race, then you're probably featuring Publilius Cyrus at a relatively short price, who finished ahead of 4 of these common rivals while chasing a very talented runner, and analyze it. And perhaps Publilius Cyrus also has something else in his favor as we queue up the Timeform US Pace Projector. And that blue bar indicates that we're not expecting a barbecue up front, and surprisingly, Publilius Cyrus is out there on the lead. If he gets any kind of a trip like that and the pace isn't fast, there's a big advantage.
I can't imagine he's going to end up outright on the lead. I don't disagree with the pace projector, but I just don't know that I project him to be the one out there on the front end. If he's even stalking, though, he's strictly the horse to beat, regardless of where he comes from. I thought his DeMille was a very, very good effort. He was wide throughout.
Right.
He finished with interest. The problem is, you look at it and say, what kind of price are you going to get on this horse? Is he going to be 3 to 5 in here, 4 to 5? I think he's the horse to beat. Boy, it's such a short number. I kind of want to shop around a little bit.
Blended Citizen has found his surface for trainer Doug O'Neill. 2 starts on turf, 2 much improved efforts, including the maiden score last time out. A race that was flattered when the runner-up came back to win on opening day at Santa Anita with a 73 buyer.
I think that runner-up might be okay. That was one of the few races I saw at Santa Anita on opening day. Blended Citizen, I thought he ran just fine at Del Mar. I probably would have given him more of a look had he changed leads at any point. He did not. I think he's okay. I don't think he's totally without a chance, but you're going to need to get a big number to play him.
Let's take a look at our top picks for the $75,000 Eddie Logan Stakes. Matt, you're going to go with the 2 Ayakara. Again, a new face in here. Keith DeZormo does good work with these horses, and I like the fact that now it's second off the layoff. Maybe just a bit short last time out on the Tapeta.
Yeah, and maybe I'm just falling into a bit of a fanboy perspective where I think there's still something here. I thought he ran just fine up at Golden Gate. He's going to need to run the race of his life, certainly, and probably have Publilius Cyrus take a step back. But at the same time, I don't think it's entirely out of the question that Ayakara takes a step forward. I'm most interested in him. Publilius Cyrus makes all the sense in the world. I think he's the most likely winner in the race. I also think Choo Choo, if you're looking for kind of an underneath horse, if he can't win the race outright, I think he's going to come with a late kick, and maybe he's one with more distance down the road. He'll be good.
Publilius Cyrus is obviously the horse to beat. You mentioned he might be odds-on in this race. I think he's the most likely winner. He's the horse I would lean on as we kick off a pick 4. He'd be my only A, actually. I'm going to go 7, 5, 3, and 4 in the Eddie Logan Stakes. Race number 5 at Santa Anita on Friday. And again, if you are betting the great race place on Friday, $200 free bet, no deposit required, easy peasy. DRF.com/join, promo code FREEBET09. Approximate post time for the Eddie Logan race number Fever at Santa Anita on Friday, 2:30 Pacific. Good luck.